Thank you, Confectionery Live, for welcoming Royal Duyvis Wiener to the stage. And thank you, audience, for joining this session today. My name is Frank Coné. I'm the sales director for Royal Duyvis Wiener. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to our factory today. For this session, I'm in the auditorium of the Technology Center, where we allow customers to test machinery and ingredients in our own 2,000 square meters high-tech playground. Before I get started on the topic of today, please allow me to share a few words about Royal Duyvis Wiener, the world's leading provider of equipment and solutions in cocoa, chocolate, and nuts and seeds processing. In the business since 1885 with the royal stamp of approval. We take a great pride in our key values and endeavor to make these values more than just some words that look nice in the flyer. This online conference focuses on sustainability, which is fully in line with our number one value. We want future generations to also enjoy chocolate. The full service promise is part of the 3S philosophy: sustainable, safe, and 24/7 service and support. But now for the main topic of this session. I'm going to introduce you to our latest sustainable chocolate innovations. The Wiener Choc 500, a new all-in-one solution, made its first live appearance at the Interpark in May. It was launched as a modern chocolate alternative for manufacturers wishing to produce at a smaller scale, offering the robust quality of mass production factory in a smaller scale for every budget. For the audience that maybe isn't that familiar in chocolate processing, there are three ways of making chocolate or compound. The name is an obvious clue. The traditional way of processing chocolate is the oldest method. In the line, raw refiners and concentrates are used. And if you're interested in innovations in the traditional line, I advise you to have a look at my other session during Confectionery Live. The Chocoline and Choc lines can be used for both chocolate and compound. The lines in the Choc family belong to the more affordable price range. Why would you choose for a Choc line? As said, it is without a doubt good value for money, especially for customers not in mass production. You can choose to add a conch to the line or leave it out. It's the best choice if you want to work with different recipes per batch. And these lines increase versatility. Interestingly, in our tasting panels, we see the appreciation ratings increase for chocolate and compound processed on Choc lines. So here you see a typical Choc line with a mixer, a tank, and a ball mill. Adding a liquid conch on the right is optional. So thank you for bearing with me through the intro and lecture. Now we get to the cool part. Let me introduce you to the Wiener Choc 500. In the Choc 500, we have incorporated all our knowledge on the mass production lines and the customer need for fast, versatile, and affordable solutions for smaller scale production. This need was derived from customer feedback. They were looking for low capacities, high quality, less cost, and versatility, as was quoted in the International Confectionery before.
Ooh, that sugar sweet, you got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion, just my kind of heat. Keep it on repeat, tested by the motion, loving this devotion. Live it up, live it up, live it up, sweet emotion. Every time, every night, you and I on a roll. Switch it up, switch it up, switch it up where I'm going. Stay on the fly, just in time, know the right way to go. I'm on the road, it's my time, taking control of my life. I want to run the red lights, I've got to run this show. You always take me so high, you always make the highlights. I love the way we vibe, you're like a centerfold. Ooh, that sugar sweet, you got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion, just my kind of heat. Keep it on repeat, tested by the motion, loving this devotion. Ooh, that sugar. All I want is satisfaction. Make a move, baby, you got nothing to lose. Give me that, give me that, give me that good reaction. Gonna make it right, little like an offer I can't refuse. I'm on the road, it's my time, taking control of my life. I want to run the red lights, I've got to run this show. You always take me so high, you always make the highlights. I love the way we vibe, you're like a centerfold. Ooh, that sugar sweet, you got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion, just my kind.
In the Choc 500 line, ingredients are measured and mixed in a mixer with two mixing elements. The mixing elements are driven by two counter-rotating drives. After processing in the Choc 500 line, the product will reach a fineness of 20 to 25 micron in as little as 15 minutes. As always, exact capacity, time frame, and fineness depends on the recipe and required flavor profile. The line can handle recipes with both crystal sugar or icing sugar and is very suited to handle a high variation in recipes. Maintenance is virtually non-existent with this clean and robust design. With energy prices going through the roof, the extremely low power consumption is another key benefit of this line, allowing customers to earn back this investment in no time. Let's take a deeper dive in this machine. I'm happy to walk through you through some of the unique features. We've taken the learnings from our newly developed ball mill Generation 7 and applied them to the Choc 500 line. The ball mill is adjusted to fit the capacity requirements and built as a budget and space saver. This setup has reduced the volume of seals and packages, also adding a reduction of the wear and tear. Leakage and therefore risks of contamination are eradicated. The pillow plate technology is another technical feature we've repurposed for the new Wiener ball mill Generation 7. By adding pillow plating to the vessel, the quality of the processed product is optimized and food safety is improved. Food safety is obviously a key component in the F&B production. Before I let you go, I'd like you to go back to the location where we are currently. Technology Center and the auditorium are also locations for our training program. We have seen that companies with an interest for the Wiener Choc 500 also have a lot of interest in the introduction course for chocolate and cocoa processing. Should you be interested in the training the training and education team has a 50% discount on offer for the confectionery life. It is a token of appreciation for your time spent with us today. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I will hand you back to one moderator.
Thank you so much, Frank, for taking the time to speak here at Confectionery Live, certainly touching on some important points for the producer. What made you want to talk about this topic in particular?
We didn't have this kind of capacity available for our customers up till now. We were either too small or too big. What we offered were systems that were too complicated for an important into the market, and I'm happy we finally have this capacity available now for customers.
That's fantastic. You spoke in your presentation about affordability, of course, being something that you had in mind. Would you say it's the number one concern for your customers at the moment?
For certain category of customers, especially customers that want to start in the 500 kilo per hour range, they don't want to invest a fortune in something they are starting with, and we can give a hand now to start their business in an affordable and safe way.
Absolutely. I can imagine for a lot of companies that are starting out, at the forefront of their mind will be the investment involved in doing so. Could you talk briefly about the kind of customers that are using this solution? Is there a real range? Because of the small footprint, I can see it being good for smaller producers, but also larger producers who have limited factory space.
I think a large part of the customers will be using this equipment for making fillings or creams or couvertures, because they don't need thousands and thousands of kilos of the product. If you want to make, for instance, ice cream coating, or you want to make a filling for a bonbon, this capacity is perfect, and the machine is suitable for these kind of small production batches. Also because it's designed to change over quickly and safe from one product to another.
Fantastic. So many features it's aiming to provide. Just finally, there is of course a lot of talk in the confectionery industry about the reducing number of skilled labor, the people able to operate the machines. Did you design this machine to be easily accessible and easily usable by operators? Could you talk about that?
The operation of the machine is actually there is no operation necessary as long as you make sure that ingredients are available, fat is dosed to the machine, and power and cooling water is brought to the machine. The program makes sure that everything works as programmed before, and everything you can run the machine 24 hours a day if you provide what's needed. Of course, you need some skilled people and skilled technologists in the factory, but the operator can be somebody that is looking for a job since last week, and we can put them into the factory.
Amazing. That's fantastic to hear. Thank you, Frank, for taking the
You're
time
welcome.
to speak with me and for
Appreciate your time.
showcasing your new solution. If anyone would like more information on the machine, they can check out Duyvis Wiener's exhibitor booth and find it there.
Thank you very much. You take care. Yes, thanks for your time.